Hello, Shatling. Staff feed pics does not exist, but today I'm going to be ranking staff feed pics. If staff feed pics hypothetically did exist, this is what it might look like. Starting off with an absolute heater from Stoneforged. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's go step by step. First of all, Keewi channel in the background, that immediately brings it up to an A or a B, like right off the bat. Hold up, I'm ranking? Okay, so that also includes S. This is either S, A, or B tier right from the get-go because there is my channel in the background, okay? I like the attention to detail. Not to mention the curl on those toes, very nice. I don't know what pose this individual is performing, but there's a lot of enthusiasm behind it, right? There's a lot of intentionality, a lot of passion behind the formation of that pose. So honestly, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. This is a very wonderful picture. It's well put together, you know, like the spacing, the background, the keyboard kind of adds a bit of flavor to the overall palette of the image. I'm gonna give this an A tier. It's very artful, it's very tasteful, just everything about it is well executed. A tier. Next up, we have Felix. Alright, we have toes, we have a Lego Bastion. Is that an Overwatch character? I only know that from that one song where it's like, I wanna be Tracer, what about Widowmaker? I'm already Widowmaker. I'll be Bastion. You know that one? So I'm assuming it's Overwatch. Okay, so it's a little basic, right? Like, the framing, it's whatever, you know, the feet are kind of drifting out of frame. However, I do like the creativity of including a Lego Bastion for scale. I think that's pretty cool. It also aids the viewer in understanding the composition, you know, the size of the feet. It gives you more to chew on than just a basic picture of the feet. I think this adds a lot to the image. I'm gonna give it a B tier. It's solid, it's solid. I really like the Lego figure. The socks are rather boring. I would have selected something more exciting for such a picture, but hey. Again, I really like this figurine in the middle. It's gonna be a B tier. Next up, we have Magna with some quite whimsical images. So I'm really loving the costumes, the backdrop, all of the accoutrements on this one. I love this rug here with the roads on it. I think that's super nostalgic. It's super whimsical. It really brings a lot to the table. It adds some meat and potatoes to this foot picture. In addition, the socks are very cute. There's mushrooms on them. I would give this a 10 out of 10 for whimsy. The only thing I will say is the pose is not creative. It's very basic, not super entertaining. However, that's just nitpicking. Everything else about this image is perfectly executed. The background is top tier. The background, honestly, I've never seen anything so whimsical and fun. I just love these road rug thingies. The mushroom socks, 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give this one, I'm gonna give it a B tier because wait until the next one. Here we also have a similar image, except now the pose is more interesting and we have a plushie for scale. I think this really picks it up a tier. It addresses all of the things that I was harping on in the previous ranking. The pose is more interesting. There's more to work with. Now we have a plushie for scale, which is very creative and cute. So honestly, this one's gonna be a high A tier. High A, approaching S, but not quite there. This is solid. Oh, and apparently the plushie's name is Nico. Alright. Next up, we have an absolute heater. This one. Upon opening this message, Upon opening this message, I immediately started salivating. My eyes are just fixed onto a certain location on my computer and they are not moving, they are not deviating. This image has my full attention. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Look at the pose. Alright, I want you to take a look at that pose for me. Jarvis, enhance. This is just flawless. This is probably the best pose I've seen so far on this list. The addition of these sausages cooking in the pan is quite creative, quite funny, quite playful. I really like it. This image tells a story. It's not your basic foot picture. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of meaning behind it. Why is he standing like that? Why are his toes crossed? What sparked his desire to do that? Why are there two sausages cooking? Why is one of them bigger than the other? Why are there two lone sausages in a pan? There's a lot of questions that are raised by this, and I can respect that. Not to mention that those toes are looking absolutely scrumptious. Alright? This is getting an S tier. This is getting an S tier, and if I didn't mention, this is also my girlfriend Dev, so yes, I'm biased, but no, I don't care. Easily S tier. Next up, we have a absolutely historical piece of media, creation, artwork from Deku himself. I'd like to see someone beat this. Let me turn on the volume for you. You're gonna need it. Alright. We're playing Megalovania with our toes. Should they be banned for this? I need a consensus, please. I might be issuing a ban. However, this is some talent. This is some talent. I can appreciate the creativity. Osifin went above and beyond the expectation. They really brought a lot to the table, and I can respect that. I can't even play Megalovania with my fingers, and they're playing it with their toes. One time on stream, I tried typing with my toes. It is genuinely the hardest thing in the world. I don't understand how they're even coming close to creating a cohesive melody. This is actually solid. This is resting comfortably at a high A tier. Nothing beats Dev's feed pictures, so it's not going in S, but it's going in a very, very high A, comfortably an A+. This, I would agree, I would like to see someone beat this. This is very impressive. Next up, we have an entry from Super Sigma Kirby, also known as Minecraft Steve. Now, this one is pretty basic, however, simultaneously it's quite artful. Notice the degree, the 180-degree angle formed by the feet. I think that's very unique. It's very interesting. Notice the outfit. I don't know if they were going for a cosplay as Minecraft Steve, but that's what it looks like, and it's executed well. And I think the rug matching the shirt just really pulls it all together, and it makes it an enjoyable experience. I'm gonna give this one a high B tier, B+. It's really solid. I like the pose. I like the colors. I just think there could be more going on. We could be bringing more to the table. What about the background? What about something for size, scale reference, you know? What if we're doing something interesting? Just more to chew on, mentally speaking, you know? That being said, it's quite solid. I like the pose. I like the colors. It's going in a high B tier. Solid foot picture. Last, but certainly not least, we have an entry from Kira. And if you've been on this channel for a while, you have, in fact, seen this thought-provoking image before. It really raises a lot of questions, and there are a lot of things that I can appreciate about this image. So, first off, obviously, we are guided to question the size of the feet. Why are they so big? Just what's going on here? What happened? All right. Another thing that I really enjoy about this image is that the fan the fan is looking down in shock. Oh, good heavens. This is a classic. This is a classic. I love how sloppily the top half of the body was covered up. I love just whatever the fuck is going on down here. What is this abomination? I do not know. However, it's gonna go straight into A tier. This is just scary. This is scary, and that's exactly what I want in my staff feed pics. Very concerning stuff. Very solid. A tier. Thank you for joining me as I rank my staff feed pics. Staff feed pics is not real, and if you think it's real, you are delusional. Okay? Make sure to be kind to yourself and take care of yourself and follow my Twitch. Alright? Bye, twin! Mwah!